Okay, guys, you're welcome to my channel. So I just did a video reasons not to invest in learning ICOs or lending platforms or invest your money with them and the rest of them. And then I said I want to talk about the BitConnect lawsuit, the lessons we learned, and then let's talk. Now, if you've subscribed to my channel or you've watched some of my videos, when I review platforms, I don't review a platform and say, okay, this is my verdict on the platform. It's good. It's not good. Now, this is ICO drops. There are a lot of websites, coin schedule, ICO alert, and everything. When I want to review a platform, I just come, write this on paper, copy track. I write nearly everything on paper. So maybe there could be 60 ICOs here, or 50 ICOs, or I could write 80 ICOs on my list. I go through each of them. I go through the white paper. I have a vetting process. I go through the white paper. I go through their websites, external and internal, and the rest of them. And then I write not good, good. And then the good ones, I vet them again, pass them through a vetting process. And after that vetting process, I pick from their good, I pick the best platforms. Now, picking the best platforms, that does not mean they are the best. But I try to pass them through different layers. I try to separate the good from the bad. And then separate the good, after picking the good, separating the best or the better from the good. So, let's talk about the BitConnect lawsuit and the rest of them. Now, one of the things you have to know is you want to know about the promoters. So, the lawsuit has been given out there about Trevor James, Ryan Days, Greg Grant, Crypto Nick, and the rest of them. Now, if you go through, if you're very, like I tell people, my channel, I review a lot of platforms, ICOs, but if you go through my channel, I don't talk about just ICOs that are coming up or just good projects. I try as much as possible to educate people how to do this, what it is, and the rest of them. You can see the Play Store, how to invest in ICOs. I tell you everything so that you can even become your own. You know how to evaluate things on yourself. I try to educate people. Most times I don't say, okay, this is a very good platform. No, I educate you. Even it's the same thing in my school. A lot of people come to me and they're like, okay, Prosper, we don't understand this. Like, can you just show us this? I try as much as possible to teach people so that they become an expert in it, and they don't even need me to come and be telling them again. So, we'll talk about the promoters. So when you go on YouTube, sorry, I'm having some tea. When you go on YouTube, a lot of YouTubers says, hey, this platform is going to give you 50x, 20x your money. They're going to give you 100 times your money. And like, everything they are talking about is money and the rest of them. Or these are the good platforms in January and the rest of them. Those are people who are promoting something. But when you compare the genuine YouTubers, I won't call some names and the rest of them to discriminate and the rest of them. You talk about the genuine people, they don't even talk about an ICO is going to give you 50 years. They just come, review what the platform is all about, who is behind the team, review everything these days. But these other platforms, they just tell you one or two things and they say this platform is going to give you 100 years. So the promoters. So you want to talk about the promoters when it comes to Bitcoin and everything. If you look at the promoters, the lawsuit, let's look at two things. The promoters, for you to promote a platform, the first thing, you are standing in the gap between the platform. So BitConnect, you don't know who owns BitConnect. Though some people say we are insiders in BitConnect, those claims cannot be actually proven. And then you don't know who owns BitConnect. And a person is promoting BitConnect. It's very, very risky. Because you cannot be, because for you to promote a platform, you are actually standing behind the platform. So if you go through my channel, why I bring all these things through the vetting processes, should anything happen, and like say I told someone, I talked about the platform on my channel, and the platform turned out to be scam, which is rare. I feel responsible. So I will try as much as possible that this thing, will I actually invest in this platform? That is the first thing I ask myself. Is it good for me? And if it's not good for me, it's not good for other people. So you want to check about the promoters who actually promoted this stuff. So if you look at the lawsuit now, the lawsuit says they are bringing these guys and they say they are suing them to court. Well, it's a case that they have to answer. For you to promote something, it shows that you have a connection with them. And then the second thing has to do with the people. So you see a lot of people coming to the crypto space. On my Facebook, I have been educating people for the past few days on cryptocurrencies and the blockchain. So I was talking about the blockchain from the cryptographic side of it to the technological side of it, and then the economic side of it. So as you can see from there, today we will learn lesson 17 to 27. So you now see my yesterday, I think a few days ago. Yesterday we ended at lesson 17. So we have been talking about certain stuff. So we've been learning a lot and the rest of them. I'm just telling you this because when you go on YouTube, like this is a platform, learning platform and the rest of them. When you go on YouTube, all people just say, hey, we make money, we do this and the rest of them. Yeah, I'm not denying the fact that we make money. The reason why people like the news, top guys are saying Bitcoin and the rest of them is a scam, I don't blame them most times. It's the insiders. Sometimes someone told me that if you don't want to be misunderstood, then your actions are not to look in such a way. So you are to live in such a way that it's very, very hard to point an accusation. Though people will always try to point an accusation before you. You want to live such a way that it's very hard for people to point an accusation about you. So we want to talk about the people who actually invested in BitConnect. Now, like I said in the last video, I don't like maybe speaking words like stupid, foolish, and the rest of them. But I would say it's very, very to invest in such a platform is unreasonable. And why I say that is because when I talked about how yesterday I was discussing with someone online, and I was telling the person that I think 10 or 11 things. Okay, on my Facebook post, I actually talked about, is it 10 things? Let me see if I can bring up that lesson. 11 things you should look for when investing in a platform. Okay, so 10 things to consider when investing into any company or whatsoever. You want to check the team. BitConnect does not have a team. Do you know that? You don't know who is behind BitConnect. You want to check the journey so far, the past and the rest of them. So you see a lot of all these platforms, they tell you, you invest with us, we'll give you some money. You want to ask yourself if they can actually use their own money and make the gains they're talking about. You want to be very reasonable. You want to apply common sense. You want to say to yourself that can this person who is saying if you invest $1,000, it's going to give you 40% a month per month. Can this person make 40%, which is $400? Can this person make $400 with his own $1,000? Very reasonable. You want to know all these stuffs. You want to know the targeted markets. You want to know how they are operating. Then disruptiveness and the rest of them. They don't talk about the issues of communication. All these platforms, they don't communicate to people. Yeah. You don't even know. When we talk about accountability, now as you can see from here, I said if they are not accountable, they must fail. One of the things when I deal with people, if a person is not accountable, I don't deal with them. If I relate with a person 1, 2 times and the person is not accountable, the person is free for all, they do whatever they like, I have nothing to do with them. When it comes with issues of time and money, when I give you an appointment and I say, okay, I'm going to meet you up or come online say this time, I want to discuss with you, and you fail 1, 2, 3 times, I'm like, no, I have nothing to do with you. So you want to check the people you actually deal with, are they accountable? And you cannot hold someone accountable who you don't know. So the BitConnect lawsuit, you can say, yeah, it's a two-sided stuff. There are many lessons to learn. You want to be very careful who you watch. And you as a person, you want to be very, very careful. You want to educate yourself. So most times, like I put all these videos together to educate you, blockchain, glossary, and the rest of them. They're not just there to, okay, blockchain, glossary, deep currency course for beginners, how to evaluate, and the rest of them. So you want to be very, very careful when you are dealing in the space, because my boss told me that someone will always be there to steal what you have. So you want to be very, very careful. So those are the lessons we learned from the BitConnect scam. That you want to be very careful who you listen to. And you as a person, you want to put certain things right. When you evaluate platforms, you want to make sure that your motives are right. Because when your motive is not right, you create a chain of problems. So if the problem is your motive, you want to invest. Like if you've not seen why you should not invest in this platform, you should see this. I explained everything. You want to be very, very careful. So guys, do have a very good day.